So we got it in the garage, but I do notice it's taking a little bit of time to crank, probably because it's got water and fuel. So the first thing we're going to do before we try to crank it again is replace the fuel filter and do the general maintenance to it. But before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and take off all these old canopies, including the cargo cover, because I'm not going to use it. It's all going in the trash. Kind of clean it up a little bit. With the canopy removed and headed to the dump, it's time to pull out the rest of the interior in preparation of a full wash down. Nothing too interesting under the tunnel protection boards. This is a lot of years of dirt, grime, and who knows what else. However, the floor panels are in great shape. This part really sucks. The last spaces you can find interesting stuff, but not this time. This area behind the rear seats is very hard to get to. Now that the interior has been removed, it's time to pressure wash all that dirt and grime away to give me a clean blank slate. This is the cleanest this unit has been in years, as the amount of dirt on my driveway can testify. What I thought was water from the washdown turns out to have fuel mixed in with it. Something isn't right. The maintenance request data I found in the vehicle gives a wealth of information of what the military found wrong with it, But one thing they didn't note was something I noticed as we were kind of cleaning up the engine bay, which is fuel in the valley. Now that was an ignition pump leak, which is a pretty simple fix for me over the weekend, but apparently is a little more work for the military, because I do believe that's what redlined the vehicle. At first glance, a leak in this area can make it look like the injection pump itself has failed, but after cleaning everything up and watching where the fuel first appears, I traced this one specifically to the pressure advance assembly on the side of the Standardine DB2 injection pump. So rather than immediately replacing the entire injection pump, we're going to repair the source of the leak. Here I have already removed the intake and its components in order to properly expose the injection pump. Getting the advanced piston out is pretty straightforward, but access is the problem. The plug uses a 1-inch wrench, and on the Humvee there simply isn't enough clearance between the injection pump and the engine to get a normal 1-inch wrench onto it and actually turn it. The solution is to sacrifice a cheap 1-inch wrench and grind the outside of the wrench head thinner and narrower until it will slide into the limited space around the plug. With the modified wrench in place, carefully break the plug loose. Once the retaining plug is removed, the advanced piston can be carefully withdrawn from its bore. Once the old seal is out, clean and inspect the bore and the advanced piston. If there's significant scoring, corrosion, or damage, I wouldn't simply install a new seal and assume it's fixed. With the new seal installed, it's time to reassemble and test. Everything is assembled and ready for a test, but there's a problem. During all my crawling around the engine to reassemble everything, I broke the line intake on the coolant tank. This truck is currently equipped with the earlier round bottom surge tank configuration, rather than converting the entire cooling system to the later A2 tank arrangement, which would mean changing the tank mounting bracket and some of the hose routing. We're going to retain the existing configuration and replace the plastic tank with a direct fit aluminum version. The biggest benefit of the aluminum tank is durability. Unlike the original plastic tank, it won't become brittle and crack from decades of heat cycles, giving us a much more reliable pressurized cooling system. Next up, the glow plugs. The maintenance request docs did not indicate they were addressed in March of 2025. Glow plugs are critical for cold starts. Replacing older weak plugs helps the engine fire faster, run cleaner, and reduces unnecessary cranking. Disconnect the battery and glow plug lead, remove the plug, install the new bullet tip plug torqued to 8 to 12 foot-pounds, and reconnect the lead. This glow plug extractor is designed for plugs that have swelled and won't pull out normally. It fits around the glow plug, then the outer sleeve tightens against the cylinder head. As you back out the center section with a ratchet, it steadily pulls the swelled plug straight out. As you can see, this one is no bueno. Now it's time to change the air, fuel, and oil filters. Well, the seal replacement wasn't the problem. Well, at least it wasn't the whole problem. The pump's still leaking, so it could be worn out seals somewhere, the housing's worn out, but bottom line is that it's going to have to be replaced. So that's a more advanced repair. So we'll have to order one and get to it. Next episode is making this problem go away.